This is Funding Faceoff, where real estate investors attempt to get funding from our deal makers. But they better present a profitable deal or else the deal is dead.
I don't think your rehab's going to be 30. I think it's going to be closer to 50. And I think you're going to be adding on another probably 20 days to your whatever time frame you think you have. Do you even have a time frame?
We interrupt this program for a special announcement from Funding Faceoff. Throughout this episode, there will be 5 numbers that appear on your screen. Write down these numbers and you could win an all-expense-paid trip to Las Vegas and attend a taping of Funding Faceoff. And now, back to your regular programming. Tonight, we're taking a special look behind the scenes to show you what it takes to get funded on Funding Faceoff. 5 deal makers. 3 real estate deals. And only one can win. Who will win the money? Find out this season on Funding Faceoff.
These aren't mine. But I feel like I can bench about 500 pounds right now, man.
Superpowers. Let me show you how it's done, because this is what you do. Now ask away. What are we going to discuss?
Roddy, let's talk about what's been going on in the last couple of days here.
Ooh, so much. Well, first and foremost, without giving it away, we have a lot of cool people in this room. We're going to fund deals for real estate investing, and we're going to focus on real estate. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to give any more away than that. I think you can figure out what's happening. People come to us, they present a deal. We're either in or we're out.
Outstanding. Like Roddy said, bunch of huge names in this, some of the top people in the real estate industry, smartest minds out there. And well, I mean, you came to the panel and that kind of changed everything, right? Like, unfortunately.
As soon as I sat down, everything went up. Absolutely.
I was going the other direction, but we'll go with that. So.
Well, then I got to bring the swag back. I need to get my position back. Okay, are we better now?
All right, we're good, man. So, you know, these people are bringing their deals to this panel of experts.
Yes.
Tell me what you guys are seeing so far.
What I see actually are very good veterans. These guys know what they're doing. They've been to the game. They've done thousands of deals. So it's unique in the perspective that I have yet to see a rookie. And at the end of the day, I'm grateful for that. I'd rather work with guys and girls who are at a certain level, maybe in the middle of their career, but definitely significantly past the intro, if you will. We can then analyze their past mistakes, their past deals, and see what they're bringing us, and then we can make a decision based off some of the experience or lack thereof. One of the biggest questions I always ask coming from the construction side is, how many times have you done this exact deal? Most of the time they're like, this is my first one. Then I'm like, well, shit, that's a problem. So we keep it extremely authentic with our audience and make sure that they understand that we're teaching the business of investing, the business of real estate, and how the investing negotiation works, and the behind-the-scenes underwriting, and the offerings of percentages, and there's so much to it. It's not just about throwing some lipstick on a pig like everybody else says, right? That's a different story. Now, we could talk about that all day, but not today. What you're talking about is, how do we make the deal structure to work? How do we make sure everybody's involved is making money? How do we get in and out in a timely manner? How do we make a profit?
You guys had some great conversations with some of the deal presenters. And I think what a lot of people may miss in this whole equation, aside from what happens between the veterans and the deal presenters, let's talk about what the audience is going to get out of this.
Education. I mean, you're getting a first-class ride with first-class people who have done first-class work for years, right? So you're getting everything you would be paying for online, everything you'd be paying for through a mastermind or a mentorship. We're here. This is what we do, right? So what we're doing now is we're kind of showing you how we actually structure our deals live, where we're doing it right there on the fly. We don't know what's coming our way. We get like 2 seconds to brief on something, and it's really the person coming to us, right? They're bringing a deal, they're explaining the deal, and we have to analyze it quickly, negotiate with them on the fly, and then more importantly, I'm trying to figure out their business acumen. It's not just about investing sometimes. They need to understand partnerships, partnering, LLCs, joint ventures, and where we kind of fit into that equation. But more importantly, again, most of the deals that are brought to us have some level of construction. I scrutinize the shit out of that. Everybody knows that. And I've got to make sure that if they're bringing us a new land development deal, have you done land development? That's a big piece of why I would either be in or out. Whether they're doing mixed-use buildings or retail locations, or they maybe were at a certain level of ARV their entire career. And for that, for those people who don't know what ARV is, that's why you should watch the show, because you're going to get all the education on this just through simple discussions. Yeah. Fair enough?
Absolutely. So another facet of this, though, is obviously you guys are analyzing these deals on the fly, which, by the way, takes a tremendous amount of experience, right? Because you're just getting this stuff right there on the spot.
Correct.
You don't have any time to do any homework or analyze it ahead of time. Correct. You're analyzing it on the spot. But there's another thing you're analyzing that I think is just as important, if not more important, and that's the deal presenter themselves. Like, what are you guys looking for in determining if the numbers make sense? Then what are you looking for in that individual to see if they meet your criteria to invest with?
I'm looking for experience, transparency, and more importantly, the way you come off, right? Yeah. Everybody knows that I come off a certain way. It's enthusiasm, it's a lot of energy. I like that, so I'm attracted to that. So if there's an individual up there who's like this, he's all quiet and he's whispering, I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, I need you to be a little peppy. I don't want to work with that.
Right.
I can't partner with that. I need to feel the energy that when we wake up in the morning, if you're on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast, or I'm in Chicago or you're in Vegas, that I know that when your feet hit the ground and my feet hit the ground, our energies are synced and we're going after it. That's what I'm looking for. Clearly, you're here for a reason, right? You got here, you got a deal. Deals hopefully make sense. For the most part, the numbers do make sense. It's about how do we get a piece and how do you get a piece back, right? That's the deal part. But the animation part, the personality part is a very big piece for me. The experience level, the way you can convey your experience, right? So for, like you were saying, we were able to analyze deals very, very quickly. Well, that's because of our experience is extensive. I've been doing this 20 years, right? So when you look at something, you can look at the person trying to, quote unquote, sell you on this, and I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about, flat out. I will look at you and go, what the hell are you talking about? And I'll challenge you on that. That's why we're here. I'm not here to be your friend. We'll be friends after we make money.
I would say that all of the judges were amazing. I mean, they all had really great questions. They're investors. They should ask questions and know if that's something that they want to be able to offer their money on. So I enjoyed it.
10 years ago, I said, wait a minute, I see something happening. The industry had peaked, and now television viewership was plummeting. And we can see it now because, think about it, the digital channels, the Netflixes and the Disney Pluses, et cetera, are hurting the mainstream television industry. So 10 years ago, I said, I owned As Seen in TV Inc. and AsSeenInTV.com. I sold it all. And I said, I see the handwriting on the wall. I am going to focus on getting involved in startups, helping entrepreneurs start their business and kick it off in a big way by bringing major mentoring and dream team positioning inside the company. This is what I want to do, and this is why I'm here for the Funding Faceoff. We just finished the filming of our first TV show called Funding Faceoff, and with me is one of the judges, Cowboy Joe. Joe, how you doing?
Doing great, Kevin.
All right. So, Funding Faceoff is very cool because people with real estate opportunities, and you've been in real estate for dozens of years, right?
We'll just say 40 plus.
40 plus, okay, good, all right. So it's an opportunity for people with real estate ideas to connect with investors like you and myself and get some funding and take it to the moon, right? So what are your thoughts on Funding Faceoff so far and what you've seen?
Well, the concept is amazing. I love being able to give back into beginning entrepreneurs and investors and give them a chance to get out there and take action.
Right.
That's the whole key. People talk about knowledge is power. Knowledge isn't power. It's actually applied knowledge is power. And we're helping people actually be able to implement stuff and give them the additional knowledge and the mentoring along with funding deals.
I love it. Yes, because the mentoring is also important because not everybody knows how to do this, and we are assembling this group of amazing talent in the world of real estate that's going to be able to help anyone out there. With me is John Nolan. John, welcome to have you as a judge on the show. This is very powerful. You've got a lot of experience in the real estate world, and that's what Funding Faceoff is all about. This is real estate opportunities pitched by people that are looking for funding, right?
Right, exactly.
And how long have you been doing what you do?
I've been doing it full time for almost 6 years.
There you go. So the show, it's got people presenting, and then there's mentoring, and then there's investors like ourselves. What is your feeling about the concept of all this?
It's great because we have people who come in, they may be new, they may need a little bit of help, they need some mentoring,
right?
Need some guidance.
Right.
There may be good deals, there may be bad deals. gives the ability for them to pitch them to us. We can say what we honestly think about it. Are there good things? Are there bad things?
And right now, after the taping of the very first segment, we are ready to fund the first deal 100%. Isn't that pretty cool?
That's amazing.
If you're out there and you've got a real estate idea, you want to come to us and give it a pitch, because we have great distribution of the TV show.
Our prediction, next time we go in there, we're getting a deal. And then they're going to also talk about how they want to do multiple deals with us. I don't know how you feel, Mark, but...
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think that we bring a very dynamic duo to their money. One of our biggest problems is we have too many deals and not enough money. So if we can marry those two together, it's going to be a happy marriage.